Welcome to this video on Software Development Lifecycle, or SDLC for short. In this video, we will provide you with a complete overview of the SDLC process. Whether you are a software developer, project manager, or simply interested in software development, this video will provide you with a comprehensive understanding of the SDLC process. So, what is SDLC? SDLC is a process used by software development teams to design, develop, and test high-quality software products. The process is divided into several phases, each with its own set of activities and deliverables. The goal of SDLC is to ensure that software products are developed on time, within budget, and to meet the needs of the end users. In this video, we will cover the 5 phases of the SDLC process: planning, analysis, design, implementation, and maintenance. We will discuss the purpose of each phase, the activities involved, and the deliverables produced. We will also provide you with some best practices and tips for each phase. So, let's get started with the first phase of the SDLC process: planning. The planning phase is the first phase of the SDLC process. Its purpose is to define the scope of the project, identify the stakeholders, and establish the project's objectives. The planning phase is critical to the success of the project, as it sets the foundation for the rest of the SDLC process. During the planning phase, the project team should conduct a feasibility study to determine whether the project is viable. This study should consider factors such as the project's budget, timeline, and technical feasibility. The team should also identify the project stakeholders and their needs and expectations. Once the feasibility study is complete, the project team should create a project plan. The project plan should include a detailed timeline, budget, and resource allocation. It should also identify the project's risks and how they will be managed. Another important aspect of the planning phase is the creation of a requirements document. The requirements document should outline the project's functional and non-functional requirements. It should also include any constraints or assumptions that the project team has made. Finally, the project team should obtain approval for the project plan and requirements document from the stakeholders. This approval ensures that everyone is on the same page and that the project can move forward. In summary, the planning phase is critical to the success of the SDLC process. It sets the foundation for the rest of the process and ensures that everyone is aligned on the project's objectives and requirements. The analysis phase is the second phase of the SDLC process. Its purpose is to gather and analyze the requirements identified in the planning phase. The analysis phase is critical to the success of the project, as it ensures that the project team understands the needs of the end users. During the analysis phase, the project team should conduct interviews with the stakeholders to gather their requirements. The team should also review any existing documentation or systems to understand the current state of the project. Once the requirements have been gathered, the project team should analyze them to identify any inconsistencies or conflicts. The team should also prioritize the requirements based on their importance to the end users. Another important aspect of the analysis phase is the creation of a functional specification document. The functional specification document should describe how the software will meet the end user's requirements. It should also include any constraints or assumptions that the project team has made. Finally, the project team should obtain approval for the functional specification document from the stakeholders. This approval ensures that everyone is on the same page and that the project can move forward. In summary, the analysis phase is critical to the success of the SDLC process. It ensures that the project team understands the needs of the end users and that the software will meet those needs. The design phase is the third phase of the SDLC process. Its purpose is to create a detailed design of the software based on the requirements identified in the analysis phase. The design phase is critical to the success of the project, as it ensures that the software will meet the end user's needs. During the design phase, the project team should create a high-level design document. The high-level design document should describe the overall architecture of the software and how it will meet the end user's requirements. Once the high-level design document is complete, the project team should create a detailed design document. The detailed design document should describe how each component of the software will work and how they will interact with each other. Another important aspect of the design phase is the creation of a prototype. The prototype should be a working model of the software that can be used to test its functionality and usability. Finally, the project team should obtain approval for the detailed design document and prototype from the stakeholders. This approval ensures that everyone is on the same page and that the project can move forward. In summary, the design phase is critical to the success of the SDLC process. It ensures that the software will meet the end user's needs and that the project team has a detailed plan for how to build it. The implementation phase is the fourth phase of the SDLC process. Its purpose is to build and test the software based on the design created in the previous phase. The implementation phase is critical to the success of the project, as it is where the software is actually built. During the implementation phase, the project team should write the code for the software and perform unit testing to ensure that each component works as expected. The team should also perform integration testing to ensure that the components work together as expected. Once the software has been built and tested, the project team should deploy it to the end users. The team should also provide training and support to the end users to ensure that they can use the software effectively. The final phase of the SDLC process is maintenance. The purpose of the maintenance phase is to ensure that the software continues to meet the end user's needs over time. The maintenance phase is critical to the success of the project, as it ensures that the software remains relevant and useful. During the maintenance phase, the project team should perform ongoing testing and bug fixes to ensure that the software continues to work as expected. The team should also make updates to the software to meet the changing needs of the end users. In summary, the implementation and maintenance phases are critical to the success of the SDLC process. The implementation phase ensures that the software is built correctly, while the maintenance phase ensures that the software remains relevant and useful over time.